Welcome everyone to this online meeting today. Harmony, you are saying Namaste, dear Raji. We are happy to join you and all our brothers and sisters for this satsang. Welcome, uh, Harmony. Welcome, Jan. Happy to have you here. Welcome, Nitish. You are also here. Welcome, Nikhil, and welcome, Ma. Welcome, Tripti. Welcome, Miriam. You are also here. Welcome, Achala Devi. Prema, you are saying overflowing gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Prema, welcome. David, you are also here. Welcome, David. Wing, you are also on Google Plus now. Welcome, Wing. Veena, you are here. First time in this online session. You are saying Namaste, Rajiji. Veena here. So glad to be here. Welcome, Veena. Very happy to have you here. If you have I will cover your email, the questions that you have sent to me through email on rajianswers@gmail.com. And if needed, you can send me small messages here, or if there is any longer message, then on Facebook, you can also send me message on my Facebook ID, Raji space non-duality. I am online on Facebook also right now. So welcome. Sudha, you are saying Namaste, beloved Rajiji. Thank you for your presence. Big embrace. Devdas, Sudha, Kisaba from Hungary. Welcome, all of you. Very, very warm welcome to all of you here. Nitya, you are here. Welcome, dear Nitya. Aigul, you are also here now. You are saying good morning, good afternoon, dear Raji. I am here on online session. I am watching in on YouTube. Very welcome, and dear Aigul, happy to see you here. Welcome, Manan. You are here. I will take your question in a moment. I am spending a little bit time in the beginning to greet everyone individually. I will come back to your question, Manan, very soon. Good morning, Steve. Welcome. You are saying good morning to you and everyone. Very welcome, Steve. Zina, you are saying Namaste, Guruji. Here with you. Welcome, Zina. Stay with me here. Klaus Smith, you are saying, Hi Raji, thanks for the 3 steps guided meditation. I have already watched it 4 times. Very welcome, Klaus, and very nice that this this is being used. It is useful for some of you like this. Very nice. If Klaus, if we can somehow only focus on this simple technique for a few days, we can have a what we can call breakthrough. We can break out of mind into ourself, and we can have a taste of it at least. Then it is our choice where we want to live, where we want to stay. Like this. Very nice, Klaus. Prachi, you are here. Welcome, dear Prachi. Aparna, you are saying you are just here totally. Thank you. Welcome, Aparna. Klaus, you are saying, oh, I would love that. Yes, it is very much possible. Focus is what is needed. Jenny, you are here. You are saying Namaste, beloved Raji. Welcome, Jenny. I think I have covered uh, most of the messages that I have got today, the greeting messages. Now we can start with the questions. First of all, Veena, I want to take your question. You have sent me an email, and I want to cover that first. It feels it is going to be helpful um, for many. Veena, you have written, Hello Rajiji, thank you for replying to my Facebook message. Rajiji, I have been listening to your videos for some time and now, for some time now, and I am encouraged to approach you due to your simplicity in guiding people. Firstly, I pay my gratitude to you. Thank you. Uh, Thank you, Veena. I am relatively a beginner in serious seeking. As such, I do not have a consistent background of meditation. I listened and thereby practiced your 3-step guided meditation as well as the listening meditation. This is very nice. I have some doubts, questions. Number one, in the practice of the 3-step meditation, my understanding is that the first step is to pay attention to the objects within view of our closed eyes. Second step is to divert this attention on the seer self. The subtle change in the third step, in my experience, was a relaxation of this attention. It would probably amount to just being effortless. In this, is this the state to be in? Is my understanding or experience in this right direction? I will start. In the practice of 3-step meditation, you are saying my understanding is that the first step is to pay attention to the objects within view of our closed eyes. Yes, this understanding is correct. So we have to pay attention to what we are seeing, whatever is in front of our seeing when our eyes are closed. So you are seeing whatever is in front of you. You are paying attention to it, and what it does is it confirms that what is present within you is being seen by you, and it in return it gives you the status of a seer. The more you see with neutrality means you don't have to go deep in any object that you see. You don't have to see on any object more than you see right now. You see only as much as you see in the moment. And if the object of perception disappears, it is totally fine. You are not seeking for it again. So basically, you are not moving, only seeing from your present position whatever is seen, the objects in front of your seeing. This is how it is. The second step is to divert this attention on the seer self. No, it is not to divert the attention. Remember this. There is a little bit of either misunderstanding or some difference in our definitions. I'm not saying that now move your attention. No. First of all, you are not moving, just seeing everything as it is. So your eyes are closed. You are seeing everything as it is without moving. So you are not moving, but you are noticing all that is present in front of your seeing. You are focusing on all the objects of perception, thoughts, feelings, everything else, whatever is present, and you can only you continue seeing it, and somehow the seeing becomes more pure, more sharp, more subtle, and you are able to see much more than you would see in the first look when you close your eyes. Continue like this. You are not moving, remember, everything in front of you is moving, and you are seeing. Second step is not to really move your attention, shift your attention to the seer. Now, in my language, I would say it is to now focus more on the seer, not stay more as the seer, give more value to to the fact that I'm the seer. Now you are not giving value to what you are seeing, but you are still seeing. The seeing will continue. Still, some things will be registered, noticed by you that this is moving, this is happening. But now you are withdrawing your attention from identification of thoughts. You are not trying to identify any thoughts, any feeling, any object in front of you. You are now more trying to identify, recognize, feel the seer and staying as that, not moving since starting from the first step, not moving at all. In the second step, only staying as the seer. If we practice, you will understand slowly, slowly. So you practice few times, and it will be understood. Then you are saying the third step. In my experience, was a relaxation of this attention. It may be experienced like relaxation, and it may be needed also sometimes, as we are very tired of continuous effort, spiritually and otherwise, in the mind. So you may feel like resting here, relaxing here. It is also totally fine. But if somehow you feel energy, if you feel you want to to explore deeper, then the third step basically is to 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 try to locate from where you are seeing, because you are stationed now in the second step, not moving and staying as the seer. Now you are trying to locate your position, where exactly you are. Are you in this body right now and seeing, like as if body is like a big hall, a empty room, and objects of perception are moving in the room and you are also in the room? Are we seeing like this, or where exactly we are in this whole view which we are seeing, which is in front of us? So now focus is on our location, exact location, and this actually takes us to much deeper level than the initial position that we acquire when we start simple seeing, and we fall out of mind very naturally. So Veena, this is how what I feel about it. You are saying it would probably amount to just being. Yes, if it is possible, it is best. But if it is not possible, and if you feel you can quickly get out of just being, then this is what you should do. Follow the third step. And you are saying second question is, in your most recent video, you guided us in seeing. Just see, nothing in particular. Don't move. Just see. This just see, nothing in particular. Don't move. Just see. This is second step of this three-step simple seeing process practice. This is the second step. You are seeing, but not focusing on anything in particular. You are only seeing. You are saying, would this be the same state as step 3 of the above guided meditation? No, it is second step. Third step is trying to locate the position of the seer that you are in this in the second step. You are saying, I have a few more questions, Rajiji, which I would like to ask you once these doubts are cleared. I thank you again for giving me this opportunity to ask you for ask for my to ask you of my doubts. Regards, Veena. Very nice to hear from you, Veena. I guess I have covered all the questions, and if you have any, you can ask now through the messaging. And thank you for this email. Now, Manan, I want to take your question now. Manan, you are saying Namaste. Very happy to be here, Guruji. Number one, in this silence of being everything, in this silence of being, everything is forgotten, and yet it needs to be reminded of itself to itself again and again. In my case, you are saying, why this forgetting continues? Second question is, how do I recognize and walk my truth? 12 years ago, I saw a dream of dreaming inside a dream and walking up to that dream and still find myself trapped inside a dream, and shockingly, I woke up from the first dream and was puzzled about the so-called reality since then. Manan and everyone else, it is very important. Listen carefully. Lord Shiva has said somewhere in Shiv Purana, I think, this is how it has been documented. He is talking to his wife Parvati, and Parvati is asking uh, quite a similar question. And he is saying, "Hey Devi, this whole life experience is Maya, and nothing is untouched by Maya. If you focus on the Maya, you will be lost for very very long time in this. There is only one thing which is not touched by this Maya, is the seer of it. It is the only thing which is outside of this power of Maya. And Manan, this seer is the real, and this Maya, this dream, is the shadow of this real. They are inseparable, and the real is never affected by shadow. The shadow moves as the real moves, exactly in the same proportion. But the real is never affected by uh, Maya, by the shadow. The real is never troubled by the shadow. We must find out who is troubled. And if you hold your ground as the seer, then it will become clear to you, Manan, what is going on. And as long as you are affected by the changes of life, by this dream, you are also in this dream, more or less. And once you are able to recognize your position outside of this dream, beyond this dream, then the whole game changes for you. The game continues, the dream continues, the Maya still will function for all those who are not out of it yet. But now you can see what is happening. So save your energy, save your attention, and focus on recognizing your true position. Your location of the seer is what matters. This is like going like an arrow into yourself, into the depths of yourself, and recognizing your true position beyond all the powers, all the gross and subtle effects of Maya. This Maya is also known as mind in Zen. In Zen, they say mind, everything is mind, and everything means everything. They say like this. Manan, I am sure you would understand this, and I'm sure all of you would somehow, feel what I'm trying to say. So, Manan, this is my answer to you. If anything left, you can you can ask. You are saying thank you, Guruji. So, Manan, remember this now. You are saying nothing is left. Yes, nothing is left, but If at any point of time you feel again troubled, if you again feel you are caught up by doubts that are arising in the mind, then simply see doubts are arising in the mind, and they are seen by you as they arise, and they are seen by you as they evaporate, as they disappear. You are not touched by them. Only when you lose your position as a seer, anything can affect you. Maya can affect you. So do anything, everybody, not you only, Manan, but do everything to hold your position as the seer. And do nothing to change anything in front of your eyes when your eyes are closed. What happens inside you? Just do nothing for that. At the body level, it is okay to do whatever is necessary. Outside of your body, in the practical life, do whatever is necessary. But inside, just to do nothing to change anything that is felt, any thoughts, feelings like this, and do everything to stay as the seer. When you do nothing to change anything, all the energy is consumed by the effort of staying as the seer. So, Manan, this is how it is, I feel. You are saying your words are going to be my mantra. Yes. This is the basic purpose of sharing such things, that they are remembered by you at a deeper level and they are felt, and a inner remembrance continues in this way. We don't really need so many satsangs if we can listen fully. But we do need because we don't listen. And it is okay. But now I feel for many of you now who are present right now in this online session, the time has come to listen. Rather than wandering from here to there, listen and find that that Mansarovar within your own heart, which Kabir is talking about. Hansa payo Mansarovar, tal talaiya kyon dole. He says, once the swan of my being has found the Mansarovar, then why to wander from small ponds one to another like this? Thank you, Manan. Klaus, you are saying often with this kind of focusing on this three-step meditation, I get these sudden body jerks. Is there a way to get rid of these jerks? It seems to prevent going deeper. Uh, Understanding can help. So, Klaus, what is happening is the, as I say, the frozen energy, frozen consciousness is what is called body, what is called mind. Different degrees of frozenness. Body will remain frozen generally. It changes also a little bit, but not so much. But beyond the body, what we call mind and all the architecture structure within it is a basically collection of different blocks, packets of consciousness, frozen, half frozen, like this. It may feel too poetic or maybe devotional or philosophical, but within you, in this body, including this body, everything is made of consciousness. Let's say there is a passage within you to which you can say like energy channel, is made of different frozenness of consciousness. And the energy which flows within you is also consciousness. Everything is actually consciousness within you, but different like different degrees of frozenness, and that is what gives it a certain shape. And when we are focusing on ourselves, the dormant energy, which we may call like kundalini energy or something like this, it is called probably the life energy, you can say, it starts waking up in a way. Waking up means it starts uh, rising up in some way, and change, it starts changing certain things within us, and which is going to give this kind of jerks, and our body is not ready to, is not prepared yet to handle this amount of energy movements. This kind of jerks are very naturally felt when you are sleeping sometime, and you suddenly feel some jerk. And if you are in a dream, when this jerk happens, you will feel like you will dream as if you are jumping off from some cliff or something. This jerk is just a jerk of the energy movement that happens. The energy is huge. Inside this small body, there is huge energy sleeping, resting. And as you start seeing, it starts kind of gently, it starts moving. Expansion starts happening within you, in a way, you can say. More resting, more. If we remain more in a relaxed state, then these things may happen, but it will be very fast. And as you are saying that it seems to prevent going deeper. No, it cannot. Rather, it is actually a simple sign that you are going deeper. So continue. These jerks are not a problem. If it is too much, then you can, and we can do something about it. We can look together, maybe in a separate message or something. Veena, you are saying thank you. Yes, it's clear now. Thank you. Zoran, you are here. You are saying greetings, beloved Guruji. Much love and thanks for meeting us today, Zoran. Welcome, beloved. Very happy to see you are here. Trapti, you are saying something. Hey, where is your question gone? Looks like some. I will select again. Your question somehow disappeared. Yes. You are saying, Trapti, yesterday it suddenly became very clear that nothing exists. Not the not the loud neighbor, my complaining about him, diseases which arised here lately, and so on. Suddenly an immense power arised from this seeing. Is that the power of the Guru. Yes, Tripti, this is the power of the one Guru which lives in every being. When it is clearly seen that the only Guru exists, I do not exist. I does not exist, rather. Then one rests, energies rest, doubts are not entertained. Until then, we will live as two. What we know as disciple is the experience of identity in the field of separation. What we are calling the Guru is the non-dual nature of life from where the dualistic identity arises. The disciple comes out of the Guru within from within you. Some so and then the roots of the disciple, the Guru uh, is found. And when the disciple is too much attached to the body, to the outer, and is not able to find a way to go deep within its own roots, then the same Guru arises, and the same Guru appears at the same level where the disciple is caught up in the form, in the name. Same Guru helps there also, and it kind of pushes you from there, pushes you in, and also the same Guru pulls you in from within you. So from outside of yourself, it pushes you in. From inside of yourself, pulls you in like this. You are saying this is what Papaji meant with be the lion you are. Yes. You are saying I am paraphrasing it now. It's nice to hear Papaji's words. Be the lion you are. This Guru within you is the lion. Let it eat you. Let it eat the illusory identity that you believe you are. Very nice, Trapti. Klaus, you are saying, is seeing another word for God the ultimate? Yes. It is also called witness. It is also called the seer. Because when we say there is just pure seeing, there is no identity, no seer. It is mainly for your mind to become free from any attachment of becoming something. Because as soon as it is told that you have to be a seer, you will you would like to become you will try to become a seer, and the identity, this ego identity, has both these possibilities. And these are the two ends of this possibility of this ego identity. It can live as a doer, which means you can say like lot of unconsciousness, very little consciousness. It can live as a seer, lot of lot of consciousness, but in both a subtle identity is present. When it is said that go beyond all the identities, then this concept that stay as the seer may be a little bit confusing, and may leave some space for unseen identification with the identity. Unseen identification with being something, subtle ego may still be left. So it is suggested that you are not seer, you are just seeing. But in this seeing, what is found is real. It is not just seeing without anybody seeing it. No, there is somebody. That somebody is called God. There is something real, something there all the time. Not like a black hole or something. No, totally alive, totally full of intelligence, wisdom, creativity, love, care for everything. So that thing is called God. It has many names. Nothing can describe it fully in words, in concepts. It's just an indication. So, Klaus, this is what I feel about it. There seems to be no question right now. Then I can share something with you. I feel like sharing how false knowledge comes in the way of true knowing. False knowledge means partial knowledge. False knowledge does not mean not knowing. False knowledge means knowing but not fully. And how it comes in the way? It gives the impression that I have knowledge, and it still does not bring those fruits which come with full knowledge, complete knowledge, true knowledge. Complete knowledge means true knowledge. True knowledge means complete knowledge. Partial knowledge is not true knowledge. It can be maybe utilitarian for the moment, sufficient for taking certain actions, sufficient for flowing in a certain direction of life. But it doesn't mean that you know truly what it is. You know as much as needed, as much as you need to do certain actions, certain activities like this. And what is that this partial knowledge within us? How to detect it? It is actually very simple. Go to the very root of anything that you know within yourself. So first of all, find out what do you know. First of all, declare to yourself, this I know. Just say anything. Let us take anything for the moment in the moment, and it can actually function work like a guided contemplation or something you can say. So let us take something very common which probably everybody feels they know. Let us take a example of a tree. So everybody feels I know what is a tree. So when you say, I know what is a tree, what is all covered in this statement? I know what is a tree. What is the scope of this statement? Do you know as much as a gardener knows about a tree? Gardener who is working with the trees. And if you are not a gardener, you will say, no, I don't know that much. Then ask yourself, do you know as much as a botany specialist knows? A botany doctor or something scientist knows about a tree? You would say, no, that much I don't know. And then ask yourself, do you know how how what is known by a poet, by a painter when they look at the tree? And if you are not a poet and if you are not a painter, you would say, no, I don't know that much. And ask yourself, do you know what a mystic, a awakened being, a seer knows when he or she looks at the tree? You would say, no, I don't know this actually. And now ask the last question. Do you know how it feels to be a tree? Do you know how it feels to be a tree? And you would say, no, this I don't know. Now come back to the statement, I know what is a tree. And now see, do you really know? Now you know that you don't know what is a tree. Now you have directly or indirectly replaced this statement within your mind that I know it, I know what a tree is with I know a little bit about a tree. Now you have clearly marked this knowledge within you as partial knowledge. So now there is a scope here. It is like there is a one small uh, shelf within you for every topic that you know, that you touch, that you claim to know. And it is full of the books. On those books, there are just empty papers, nothing is written. Just one book in which you know, I saw one tree in my childhood. I know trees do this. Uh, and the trees have green uh, leaves and like this. And now, when you have seen all those empty books, which pretend to be books and which pretend to be knowledge in your library of your mind on this particular self called tree, now you have actually removed all those empty books. Now your shelf is empty. It has only one small notepad maybe, where you have just 2 3 lines written. This is what I know about a tree. Now this emptiness about this tree, around this tree within you, will invite you to know more about it, will probably sometime pinch you also in your heart that I don't really know anything. And when you go next time, when you have little bit of a time, you would actually look very deeply into a tree. This is how the partial knowledge prevents us from seeing what is always here. That is what causes missing the obvious. Don't seek for truth, only be free from partial knowledge by seeing that it is not complete knowledge. You don't do not need to throw any diamonds that you have in your hands, but see clearly, are they diamonds? Most of them, like 10, 9 out of 10 stones in your hand are stones only, colorful stones. One is diamond, keep it, leave the nine stones. So that there is a space now. Now you know. And also now you have clear cut benchmarking. Now you will compare any other stone which you are about to pick with the diamond that you have in your hands, and you will see if it matches that quality, if it is at par or higher than the stone that you have, the diamond that you have, then only you will pick it now. Otherwise you will not store anything. And it this approach works so beautifully, so amazingly, you cannot imagine how quickly it can clear all your mind from the partial knowledge. The true knowledge stays, shines, works like a light, guiding light to tell you what is a true knowledge, what is not, what is a colorful stone, and what is diamond. Life becomes quite beautiful. Using this partial knowledge in the practical life, it is totally perfect. This is what I call living on autopilot in the practical aspect of life. But being very clear about it, Osho said that when your hands are full of stones, and when you see diamonds, you will just simply throw the stones and pick the diamonds, and that will be very spontaneous. You will not need to become free from the stones first, like do some sadhana for it, as that what we are doing actually, trying to be free from mind, trying to be free from thoughts, trying to be free from tendencies. You are trying to throw the stones without recognizing that there are diamonds. You are going to feel empty. You are going to feel lonely. You are going to feel lack of something, like something is missing. Do not fight with the darkness. Bring in the light. This is what Osho was saying. So this is what I wanted to share with all of you today. And Bahare, you are also here. You are saying, uh, Namaste, beloved Raji. So happy to be at your presence. Welcome, Bahare. Anybody has any questions, any queries in this, in general, or in this connection which I just shared, in this context of partial knowledge and true knowledge? We can look together. Jamie, you are saying, Dear Raji, I'm very happy to join you here today. A bit late. Thank you. Welcome, Jamie. Okay. Anna, you are saying something. You are saying, Dear Rajiji, is there an obvious turning point where one is completely rooted with complete clarity, where one cannot be deluded even the slightest anymore? Is there an distinct turning point, or is it a gradual process? It is a distinct turning point, and also it is a gradual process, and it is a very unique combination of both also in each being. So you cannot really standardize the awakening process, that it has to be gradual in everyone, it has to be a distinct sudden turning point in everyone, or it has to be the same degree of combination of both. It just cannot be standardized. It is going to be unique in every being. It is somehow up to the state in which a being is, up to the degree of conditioning adopted by the being. And in this context, I want to bring in the same concept, same explanation that I was sharing, the explanation of partial knowledge. What we are calling complete clarity. We don't fully understand the meaning of it, I guess. Complete clarity about what? Complete clarity has to be connected with something, no? Or you are saying just clarity, no content. Then it is not called clarity. Then it is called seeing, pure seeing, without any content in front of it. So that's not what you are saying. You are saying that is it possible that one can be fully rooted, completely rooted with complete clarity. You are completely rooted with complete clarity already right now. Now, if you say, no, I don't think I am, then let's look from where this this feeling is coming, and that point, that place within you, which is declaring that we are not completely rooted in the clarity yet. Is this a true place? Is this true knowledge? Or is it partial knowledge? And as you look at it, you will feel, hey, it's not really complete knowledge. I don't really know fully that what is the meaning of completely rooted, what is the meaning of total clarity. Then one would let go of this conceptual knowledge. Total clarity is ever present. Awakening is always here. You don't need to wake up. You only need to be free from partial knowledge. Your eyes are pure. Just let go of the sunglasses of partial knowledge, which is in the mind, and you can see right now. So, what we in this context, Anna, it is up to you, up to your state. If you wanted it gradual, if you want to finish it gradually, if you want to gradually see, or it also depends on your state, how much you can burn in one go. Because seeing partial knowledge is burning it. It is burning. Your capacity of seeing is fire. It is going to burn that which does not exist, and it is going to polish the truth that is ever present here. That is going this seeing is going to highlight the truth more and more, and is going to burn this knowledge which does not exist, but we believe, we assume that we know. And from there we speak, from there we ask everything, from there we look at everything, and we believe that what we are seeing is what is actually. No, what you are seeing is not really what it is. You are seeing from a wrong position. You are seeing with the sunglasses, with filters. So let us not seek for truth. Let us look into what we have right now. Because seeking for truth is basically a blind search. You are folded, like we know in India, and moving in a rut, in a circle, like a bull, not reaching anywhere, but feeling continuously moving, continuously growing, continuously progressing. When your blindfold is removed, you will see you have been moving at the same place for so long. And when you wake up, you don't need to move an inch. You don't need to do a thing. So we only need to wake up, we only need to clean our eyes. And what is in the way is this what I call sense of knowledge, that I know. Come, let us come to this pure space of not knowing anything. And then let us look, is there anything missing? Do you have any complaint in your life? Do you have any problem about anything in this moment? So Anna, this is what I feel. If it is not clear, please you let me know. Anil, you are also here. Welcome, Anil. Veena, you are asking Rajiji, will being self-conscious as much as one can take one deeper? Yes. It will not take you deeper in the true sense, but it will take you deeper in the experience, which basically means it will take you out of the mind, out of the dream, into your true nature. Because being self-conscious is living as the self, staying as the self. So the more you stay as the self, the less you stay as the identity in the mind. The less you stay as the identity in the mind, the less energy it gets, and slowly it dies by itself. It is a little bit like this. You, the real, living in the mind, living as the mind identity, and having some possession, life here, energies, things like this inside. And now you are going deeper, staying as yourself, staying as self-conscious, and that the real is wakes up. So it has defeated this false identity, and whatever is remainings of this identity, whatever is the army of this king that this enemy king that you have been fighting with is yours now. Once the king dies, once you have overcome, you have killed this king, this false identity, and now they will serve you. And now the mind energies, everything within you will turn towards you with a very respectful uh, attitude, in a very respectful manner, and they will seek for your orders. And also the mind will attune itself, align itself as per your state, as per your desires of the self. And many things are thrown out, many things are cleared. Only that which is now necessary, that which is useful for the self, which is conscious, only those things are kept, because now the master has awakened. Like this. You are further saying, but you are asking, I think also can be useful for many others. Right now, you are saying this self remembrance keeps slipping. How can one work on it? Yes, it will keep slipping. This is what we experience, but let us correct the statement also a little bit, because it will correct many things within us. So it doesn't keep slipping. Self-remembrance is natural. What we call effortless awareness or effortless seer or effortless witness is the state of self-remembrance. There you have never forgotten yourself. You are already self which is realized. So you don't really, and that is your true position. You are already here. So you don't really slip. This self-remembrance is not slipping. You are slipping into mind, into something which is not self-remembrance, which is opposite of natural state of yourself, and that is dream of mind. So it is okay to slip when you feel you have lost the self-remembrance. It is okay. Now wake up where you are. Now see what is happening when you have forgotten yourself. That is the point where you are stuck. That is the dream from which you have to wake up. So enjoy the self remembrance when you are staying as the self, and do your sadhana of seeing when you are when you have forgotten yourself. Seeing means simply seeing what is happening right now, not concluding, not trying to change anything. If you try to change anything, if you conclude anything, you are giving energy to the identity, which is the center of the mind, of the dream. No, only seeing what is happening now when I have forgotten myself. Where I am now really when I have forgotten myself. And as what I am living now. Right now, who I am actually when I have forgotten myself. This seeing is called seeing the false as the false. In scriptures, this is called neti, neti, not this, not this. And this seeing clearly shows you, I am not this. This is sufficient to stay as yourself. Seeing everything that you are not clearly and clearly understanding through the seeing that, yes, I am not this, is totally more than sufficient to stay as yourself, as the seer. We don't need anything else to do. So, Veena, this is my answer for you. Klaus, you are saying, are all questions ego questions, but nevertheless need to be exposed? Not, um, yes, it is true that all questions are ego questions. Ego means mind. Ego means sleep state or dream state, you can say. So ego is not something real. It is not like a real identity, but it is more like a complete package in which I and my is happening. But my is the root of experiencing identity within the dream. So all questions belong to that only. The self, which is out of the dream of ego, does not have any questions because there is nobody else to ask a question. Whom you will ask a question? But now you have capacity of seeing, and you can see that you alone exist, and you will see now. You will find your way to satisfy your wonder, your innocent wonder that you have now about everything. And you are saying, but nevertheless need to be exposed. No, not all questions need to be exposed. Most of them will fall away when we simply see, or we we do that this guided contemplation which I shared some time back. Go to the very root of the question and see from where it comes. It will be clearly seen that it is coming from partial knowledge. When the partial knowledge is seen as partial knowledge, all the questions connected to that fall away by themselves. The whole tree of that section falls away, becomes clear, and leaving space within you to be occupied, or you can say to be consumed by the true seeing, true knowledge. So not all the question need to be exposed, but sometime if something is holding you back and you are not able to see, that question can be shared, can be discussed. We can look together into it. Otherwise, there is no end to questions. Okay, so this is how I feel, Klaus. Aparna, you are saying Raji ji, just wanted to share that life has brought some changes now, which is totally to unknown zone. Shortly, we'll be moving back to India, but different place to where my parents live. Somehow, I'm asked to let go of the expectations of any help and support from my parents and brothers, and also the attachment to them, which has happened by itself. There is total trust in this unknown, and what is going to be next, and total acceptance to of this unknown. I am totally relaxed in myself now. Thank you for your presence, love, blessings. So grateful for everything. This is very nice to see, Aparna, that you are happy, you are relaxed in this. I do not say that we can be relaxed and joyous in every state among the in the middle of changes of life like this. We don't need to. It is okay to feel disturbed. It is okay to feel stirred a little bit. But having an objection with that, resisting to that stirring, which is caused by some changes around us in the situations of life, that is what causes suffering. But what keeps us bound to that experience that we are having, mostly negative experiences. So the real disturbance is not the disturbance experience of disturbance that we have. It is effect, is natural effect that your ego, that your mind identity is experiencing when things are changing around it. But having resistance to it is what causes the disturbance, real disturbance. Then we are deeply disturbed. So don't let go of this connection that you have with anything that you are experiencing within you by letting go of the resistance for it. This is what I feel happens. Very nice to see, Aparna, that it is like this for you. Bahare, you are saying, Rajiji, I need to expose this. After meeting a Sangha member who is in search of truth for many, many years, and who have been with Guruji many, many times, and who is still trapped in the mind, a great sense of disappointment has arisen. Could you please guide me out of this ego force? I can say a few words and it may help you, Bahare, but let us all focus on getting out of the mind altogether, not just one part of it. Let us not use these powerful opportunities to just merely solve our problems like this which you are sharing, Bahare, right now. Let us use this opportunity to wake up, to discover what we are, that which is not affected by such changes. Bahare, if you are disappointed, it is all connected with the expectations that you had with that meeting, with that person you met, with that Sangha member you met. And when your expectations is broken by the different behavior than you expected, then you feel disappointed. Conserve, I want to request all of you, conserve your energy, beloveds. Do not spend your energy in these petty things. Your life is much more valuable, precious than than these things which come in the way, and they consume your energies, and then you are not able to focus on yourself, on the meditation, on your sadhana, and also they give you taste of negative experiences like this. I feel like this, Bahare. There is nothing to be done here. Just simply let it go. It happened. You don't need to prepare yourself for the for any such experiences which may happen in the future. Only you need to be rooted in yourself more. That is the only preparation you can do against any possible sufferings which may happen, any any unwanted, undesired changes which life may bring in future. I feel like this. So, Bahare, uh, what what you need to really understand or see clearly is that you are not really disturbed by any behavior of this person. You are only, you are never connected with that behavior. Actually, you are only connected to your mind, which is expecting his behavior in a certain way, his or her behavior in a certain way. Only detach yourself from that mind which is expecting. This mind is only disappointed. You are not. So detach yourself from it like this. Stay here in this session. This is detaching yourself from mind, isn't it? You are saying, "Thank you, beloved." Your words sit in in the heart, and you are saying true. Yes, very nice. Aparna, you are saying there is no resistance to anything. Everything is welcome and seen with love, which is, I am not. I am more relaxed in whatever life is bringing. Very nice. Steve, you are saying the partial knowledge seems to come from the fact that we still want something for ourselves, that this sense of me wants to get something and attain something. Even though it is seen, it is still operating in the subtle ego. It is like the grasping mind wants to grasp what is essential, ungraspable. The first part I did not understand. You are saying the partial knowledge seems to come from the fact that we still want something for ourselves. That this sense of me wants to get something and attain something. This part I could not somehow correlate with the partial knowledge. But the later part, when you say even though it is seen, it is still operating in the subtle ego. It is like the grasping mind. This I understand. The grasping is habit is not the bad habit of the mind. It is the very capacity of the mind, which is used by the truth beyond mind, by the formless, to appreciate itself, to see itself in the mirror of mind. So it is never a problem what happens in the mind. The problem is who is the consumer of it. That is the problem. When the consumer is the formless, consumer is that which is beyond mind, everything that happens in the mind, including partial knowledge, is very much appreciated and also seen as it actually is. So no confusion arises. Partial knowledge is consumed as partial knowledge. You would say, I know, and you may say or you may not say, but you will know that I know a little bit only. Like this. And this me is also happening in the mind and part of the functioning of the mind only. The doer, the sense of doer arises as the actions need to be taken, and it subsides as the action is done. And all that knowledge which is needed, all the framework of partial knowledge of the mind needed to take that action, to perform that action, also gets activated in that moment, and no problem here. The only problem is self-knowledge is not there. In the absence of self-knowledge, we live in the mind identity. And mind identity is affected by mind. And mind identity is rooted in the partial knowledge. That is why partial knowledge is not good for those who have not recognized their nature beyond mind. But for those who have realized, partial knowledge is fun. It is part of their bodily existence on this earth. Practical for the practical needs, it is still used, and there are no problems here. Steve, I don't really know if I could explain, I could answer what your question is. You let me know if we succeeded in looking together into it. Otherwise, we can look together again. Steve, I will move on to the next question now. If you don't have anything to say about it, maybe we can come back together, look together into it after some time, maybe. Just one or two things I want to say, Steve, before I move on to the next question in this context. The mind, when we see mind, when we see many things like this within our mind, they are seen by the mind only. The self does not see any mind anywhere, you know. So when you are suggested to see, to investigate into your partial knowledge, you are being basically suggested to somehow relatively wake up in the mind field so that the ego identity becomes weak. So your energies become free from it, and your attention can turn inwardly towards the self, and the self can be recognized. Otherwise, for the self, in reality, there is no mind. For the self, there is only self. Mind is also self. Mind activities are also self. Every thought, good and bad, including the thoughts of ego identity, including the experience of ego identity. All of this is just a that's flow of the same energy for the self, but not for the identity which lives in the mind. You know. So this is what I also feel like sharing here, Steve, and for everyone actually. So when we are able to identify these things in the mind, it is only possible when we look at mind from the mind. When we look at mind from outside of the mind, there is no mind. There is just simply no mind. There is only this. So let us get out of the mind and look again. When you don't look at mind, actually, mind doesn't exist. Mind is our movement, not something that we can look at without moving. When you don't move absolutely, you will not see anything. Any movement that are happening in the mind are happening just because we are somehow present, connected, associated with the mind, and pushing some energy, giving some energy to it. Be still and know that which does not move and that which does not know anything called mind, ego, separation. This is how I feel like this. Veena, you are saying? Thank you, Raji. Thank you, Veena. And then Anna, you are saying? You are saying, thank you, Raji, for deconstructing the question. Even the frustration and expectation for a drama awakening is false and a distraction, isn't it? Yes. Any expectations will come from the mind only, and there only partial knowledge happens. So whatever we will expect will be partial, will be incorrect, and what will happen from the truth, will be will be complete, and will be different. I have been saying this to our group also here so many times that you cannot design your awakening. You can only relax in it, and we cannot, you know, design like how you are going to be after you wake up. What is going to happen when you wake up like this? We can only do the needful. So do the needful. When the you know it is these expectations of the mind are like talking about different things connected to water when you are thirsty. But it is possible only when you are not fully thirsty. When you are half thirsty and still there is energy which can think about like should I buy a water bottle, a mineral water, or a packaged water, water with natural water, like this. When you are very thirsty, you ask, where is water? Somebody tells you, here, in this direction. You would simply start moving there, and you will very soon find yourself there, and you will find yourself drinking the water. This is what I see happens. So all these expectations coming from the mind are only sort of a preparation, sort of a checking coming from the doubt that maybe is it worth spending my time or not? I feel like this. All of this dramatic awakening and all of these things are connected with this state. And it is such a joke actually. The unawakened mind imagining how awakening happens. It's a very big joke actually. And continuously talking about how awakening happens and sharing the understanding with others, believing that my understanding about it is correct. I see there are 3 points in this context, in the spiritual context of the spiritual awakening. One point is we are in the dream. One point is we are out of the dream totally, and one point is when you are waking up, you are your first time introduced to the awakened state, which is which may happen in the form of a glimpse, what we call saturi or something like this, but also it may happen in a clear recognition of truth. But in that moment, when you are recognizing your truth, you are like half asleep, half awake, like in the middle. This is like a meeting point of the awakening meeting the dream, something like this you can say. That is also not true actually. That is also just a experience recorded by mind in a certain state. As you slowly start settling in your true nature, you will see that it did not happen the way mind is telling me it happened. And at a certain point, you will see actually nothing has happened. Even the dream has not happened. What to say of awakening? I never went to sleep. I never got awakened like this. So these things are much different than how our mind projects them based on our partial understanding uh, for these things. Let us focus on the real thing, which is the hard thing actually. It is like you want to learn guitar, and you get one gets fascinated, you know, to see someone playing guitar in a very nice way, like this. Very nice guitar, very stylish also it looks when you put it on YouTube or somewhere like this on TV, and one gets attracted for it, and one feels I also want to learn, and the first thing you do is one goes to the market and buys the one best possible guitars. And now comes the difficult part. Now you try to play and you are not able to do it. You are not able to produce the same melody, same beautiful sound. Then you will be told you will need to learn first the basics of it. And then out of excitement, you may actually learn for a few days. But then one gets very bored. Most of the people who start learning guitar like this will get bored in just 1 week time, 3, 4 days time. Because who would do this, I don't know. I don't remember the English notes right now, but sare, like in Hindi we call it sare gama, like this, different notes, just repeating for n number of times. Mostly, will people will lose their tempo, energy, and will just simply forget about it. That maybe I will gift it to someone or I will just sell it out. This hard work every seeker has to do, and this is where this clarity is needed, whether you really want to wake up or not. If you really want to wake up, you will do that hard work. That hard work is called sadhana, focus, being total. Crystallization of your desire is what brings about out all of these things. So it is very important to understand what we want and why. Do you really want to wake up? And why you want to wake up? What are your problems? Can they be solved otherwise? If they can be, solve them. If not, then let us look. Like this, I feel somehow it is kind of very important to be clear about these things, because this is the topic of today's session. Let us be clear about what we really know. Hold on to true knowledge only. Even if this is partial knowledge, be clear that this is partial knowledge at least, you know. And that is going to bring so much clarity at the mind level and at every level, and it is going to make life of a seeker so easy actually. So what we are saying is that be authentic, be honest. Know only what you know. Don't claim what you don't know, like this. Then you are cutting the very roots of the ego identity, and you are actually breaking all the walls of the mind, which apparently keep you in the mind. Now mind cannot hold you in the mind activity. This is how I feel. Nitya, you are saying thank you so much, Rajeev. Have to leave now. Very beautiful satsang today. Very much feel to watch it again. Okay. Thank you. And Jaini, you are saying your words are pure nectar, beloved. When you say there has never been any awakening or sleep, such joy in this hearing itself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Jaini, this is the highest joy of discovering ourselves beyond all the uh, confusions, misunderstandings, all the happenings which are not happening anywhere actually, except in ourselves. This whole life is, in essence, we can say, technically at least, we can say, this whole life is made of thoughts, all the experiences included. When we are free from thoughts, we are free from everything. And when thoughts are seen as not happening, just movement, then nothing is happening. And when we say thoughts, it's not just your local thoughts. Thoughts have a much bigger scope. What we call I, I would like to share this actually, something beautiful. Please listen. It is not something being. I'm not being disrespectful to anyone, but it is a greatest respect somehow I am giving to all of you. That what we call I am this. I am this body. I am this mind. I am this person. This actually, this I is a is a thought. Is a thought. It is a thought happening in the mind of God. So you are a thought happening in the mind of God. You are not your thought. You are God's thought. Now you have your private thoughts also. Your mind is made of your thoughts. God's mind is made of thought called I, many thoughts called I. You are not your thought, you are God's thought. And if it can be seen like this, where are you right now? Are you the thought I, or are you that sacred divine space in which the thought I is happening? That sacred space is called God. Thank you, Jaini. Very beautiful, dear. Very, very beautiful. There are actually many questions suddenly now. I will have to check. If I miss any of your questions, please do post again here. There is a chance here I may miss particularly the ones which you have posted on Facebook on the in the private message. Steve, you are saying, thank you, Raji. There was just some residue called personal self here that wants to attain freedom for self, for itself, that I wanted to be rid of. I will contemplate more what you have spoken and remain open to your clear pointings. What you say is resonating in the heart. Steve, this is beautiful. And what I'm saying, I would like to repeat also a little bit again. What I'm saying is that there is no personal self anywhere. The personal self exists only in the personal self, only in the thought called personal self. Beyond that, it doesn't exist. Beyond that, you are already the true self. So the experience of personal self is all there is as far as personal self is concerned. But the experiencer of the personal self is always the true self. Focus on the experiencer, not on the experience, and you are through. You are free. Because essentially there are only two things, experience and experiencer. Everything is experience. Whether it is your experience, whether it is experience called you, whether it is experience called feeling, thought, emotion, whether it is experience called knowledge, understanding, everything is experience only. And if you can see everything as an experience, then you are that ultimate experiencer, the pure seer beyond everything. So it is a sort of a effort that one needs more subtle level, at a more subtle level, when we have to see this I as as a experience, this person or personal flavor. It is a flavor, but there is nobody inside this flavor as someone like identity. There is no identity here. It is a flavor, a experience, persistent, more persistent than other flavors, like a central flavor you can say, but still it is a flavor. It can be seen like this. Very nice, Steve. Nitish, you are saying, thank you, beloved. Just now I checked and found that whenever I was disappointed or anxious, it was because of my holding on to the false knowledge. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Nitish. I'm so happy that you all are, some of you at least, are able to resonate and understand what I'm saying. I'm so always very happy to serve the true seekers of truth. I'm so very happy. Thank you, Nitish. Klaus Smith, you are saying, some years ago, I had this profound awakening. The clarity was there for several months. However, this was an utmost blissful thing. Now, years later, it seems to has come and hang up. It seems to has become an hang up. It is as if it was. It have to. Sorry. It is as if I have to forget this and start completely new, with no references to any past occurrence at all. Yes, what you are saying is totally correct. I fully agree. Always start fresh. In fact, I have been suggesting this to all the seekers of truth. Every morning, if possible, start fresh. If not, at least every week, every Monday or whatever is your day to start your week of your sadhana, start fresh. You are in the morning only having the desire for freedom, no past, no connection with whatever happened in the last week. Whether you got any clarity, whether you failed, whether you succeeded, anything which is genuine, anything which is real will always be here with you. You can never lose it. But let us stop maintaining our continuity with the past, which is basically somehow keeping the ego identity alive. So I fully agree with you. And in this context, what you have sharing, what I feel also will share. It seems like we wake up actually sometime for quite some time, like you say, for few months, like this, several months, and then we somehow have some strong pull to go back to the dream, and we do go to the dream again, like this. And that is why we have been given certain golden keys, what I call. Always keeping them in the mind, in your hand, will be very useful and will not let you go to sleep again. But in this case, what happens is you are saying that it was at most blissful thing. This bliss itself somehow becomes like evidence that I am home, where I am now is truth. However, in this state also again the golden key can be used. So this is wonderful to hear from you that just let go of all the references of the past and start fresh. Every seeker of truth must be ready to start from ABC whenever you sense that you have gone astray, or somehow you need to start something totally radical, totally new in terms of sadhana. This is how I feel. Because ask yourself, do you really want to reach this unknown destination? Or you want to reach on your conditions that if things are favorable, if it is not raining, if it is a sunny day, then only I will reach, you know, like this. But Klaus and in you, I see the determination, and it is very nice to see this. I share all my light and love with you. Let it be like this. No connection with the past, no references to any past occurrence at all. Veena, you are saying something, and that was so profound. Thank you, Rajeev. I'm not able to connect what exactly you're pointing at, Veena, but I'm happy that you are listening carefully. It is resonating somewhere. Very nice. Um, Harmony, you are saying something. You're saying I am again sitting in a state where I am somehow merging with what is being said and not remembering what was said. But some words are staying with me as if highlighted. And just now, as question arose in me, will our outside life, circumstances, or destiny change if we do not live from ego consciousness? Or are our outside circumstances the same and we only have a different reaction to these as they arise? I am wondering if the state of our consciousness determines what takes place in the days of our life. Harmony, actually, you have already answered your question almost, because what you are saying is almost like correct. Actually, both these things are correct. First of all, our state, the state of consciousness at this being level, at the at this uh, individual level, is what is reflected in our life activities, in our life experience, like a aura, you know. So our life experience is like a aura of our state. So first of all, like this, and secondly, What you are saying is that, or we only have a different reaction. We also have different reaction. It is like a like a story I want to share with you. We heard from Osho that there was a sadhu, a monk, climbing a mountain, very high mountain, and climbing, and very difficult. He has a small bag on his shoulder, and it feels very heavy, like a half kg of bag, and it looks like 10 kg because of the climb. And he is perspiring, and like this. And then he see one 10, 12-year-old girl singing, dancing, and walking like this, very naturally, very happy on the same climb, crosses him, and also carrying one 4-year-old child on her back. And this monk was a bit surprised, and the monk was also not old. He was also like 25-year-old, young. He asked that what is the secret? You, I am carrying this half kg, and it looks like such a burden to me. And how come you are carrying uh, so much burden on your shoulder, and still you are not tired? She say, "This is not burden. This is my brother." You know, this is what she says. That's all. That's what makes all the difference. This is my brother. The love is there. The oneness is there. The care is there. When we are living from ourselves, the love is there for life activities, for those whom we meet, and it becomes it becomes a more comfortable, more sweet, more harmonious, and more beautiful interaction, communication, meeting with life, meeting with everything, than it is when we live through the isolation, through the identity of ego. So it works in both the ways actually. Our state changes our life activities, life experiences, events also that happen in our life, but not the way we expect, not the way we want them. They will happen as per the law, as per the harmony of life, what Guruji calls greater harmony of life. At the same time, we also start feeling natural connection and openness for everything. The more we open for everything, the more everything also opens us for us. The more we relax with everything, everything also relaxes with us. So it is not that when someone is very tense with me, it is only he responsible for it. I am also responsible because I give him that ground on which the circle of tension can be sustained. When I don't give that space, when there is just emptiness inside myself, that tension goes in and disappears. He also becomes free. And then he will be relatively relaxed with me. And I will feel that relaxed, and I will become more relaxed and caring and loving for him. And he will become more relaxed, and he may even feel love for me also. This is how I feel things happen. It's a miracle actually, that how just a small thing can keep us away from the wonder of life, from the heaven actually, which is here only. Living in the ego is what hell is. Being free from it into the heart, into the love, is what is heaven. So harmony, this is how I feel like responding to your question. Very nice question, Harmony. Thank you. We have reached to the end of this session now, almost. I will just quickly take one thing which Manan you have said. You said that I cannot think of anything. I just felt like asking you. You said gather your energy. Then you said, I wanted to know what will remain if everybody vanished from this planet forever. What will be left and for whom? It's a very sort of a difficult question, but the answer is very simple actually, because the truth is very simple. All the complexities of the questions are mainly because they are connected with the mind, arising from the mind, and their imagination about truth is happening. Mind is the place where truth is being, like we are imagining about truth. So my answer for you is that rather than focusing on what will be left and to whom and for whom, let us focus on what is there for you right now on this planet and for whom. For whom people exist, for whom persons are there, for whom a annoying neighbor is there, for whom it is happening. Let us focus on this. Let us focus on something real rather than something imaginary. The real is right now, the planet is full of people, events, even accidents, good and bad events, good and bad experiences, interactions, for whom? Because on the same earth, there are beings who have gone deep in their own soul, in their own self, and see something very different than what we normally see happening on this earth, on this planet. So let us focus. Let us not focus on any hypothetical, you know, uh, situations. Right now, life is happening, and certain things are happening. How do you know? Can you be sure what you know is really what it is? That's what our theme is today: partial knowledge. Let all our partial knowledge be exposed. You will not need to be free from anything at all. There is nothing to be free from except partial knowledge. Not that you have to be free from partial knowledge in the sense that you have to find some mental or psychological acid so that you can burn your partial knowledge. No, just see it, just see the limitation of it, and see it so clearly that you never get confused, and that it never makes you believe that it is real knowledge. Then you are empty of knowledge into the space which is very innocent, where you are not claiming that you know anything, where you are not expecting truth to be in a certain way. You are only seeing the truth as it is right now. Truth is present right now also. This is called truth of this moment. It is also present right now. Let us see the truth of this moment, and you will be able to see the truth also, like this. So I can say something like, just to conclude today, just to complete this session today. We are seeing life from the mind, which is partial knowledge, a standpoint of a perspective of created out of partial knowledge. Let us see truth of this moment. Let us let us forget about the partial standpoint. Let us see the truth of this moment as it is. So whatever is happening right now is the only truth that you know. So know only as much as you know right now, not knowing more, not demanding more, not claiming more, only knowing what you know in this moment. This is how you are like in the middle position, middle point, out of the mind, and then you can be into the truth also very naturally. Then you can see what is really what exists. Because what is the truth of this movement is the dynamic aspect of the truth. Really, there, it is truth only, but happening, moving, changeful, time bound, but truth. So let us first see the truth, even if it is dynamic, even if it is changing, like seeing the waves. Then you will be able to see the stillness of the ocean also. But keep talking about uh, the ocean in a room will not bring any true experience or knowledge of the truth of the ocean. It would be much better to just go on the beach and just see whatever you can see, you know, like this. Harmony, you are saying beautiful, beautiful story and pointings. Thank you, and with a 1 mile wide smile, connected in oneness, now heart to heart. Yes, yes. So beautiful, Harmony. Thank you, thank you. Anna, you are also saying, mm, thank you, Rajiji, for smashing this one. Thank you for letting life work on you, for letting truth work on you. Very nice. So that brings us to the end of this session today. I'm uh, very beautifully touched by all the beautiful questions and the presence of all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.